just leave it, man.
It's locked.
Sweet, cheers, man.
Cool. Good. You could be on TV.
Don't mind it, go on.
Fair enough.
What were you guys doing?
I was making a documentary
On what?
on drug dealers in Leeds.
Very good. Enjoy.
Where the dealers?
I was going to say.
Cheers.
Keep it quiet there.
I am Daniel Madison. Thanks for being here. Thank you for choosing to spend your time with me. You could be doing better things. What a weekend. Now, before I start talking about the weekend that I just had and shared with people, anybody who doesn't know what I'm talking about, I arranged a meetup on the 26th of August, happened 2 days ago. I invited people to come and hang out with me in my home city, Leeds, United Kingdom. I wanted to remove this digital wall between us, me on this side of the screen, you on that side, and I wanted to get to know new people and spend time with like-minded people. I didn't announce the exact location right up until the very moment, and I'm not even too sure what to do with this video. I'm not sure which direction I'm going to go in for a few different reasons that we'll talk about, and trying to plan it out how I was going to kind of tell this story and use the footage that we picked up over the weekend. Still don't know, so I figured I'd just turn the camera on, start talking, see where it goes. On the day when I was there, you can't see the wood for the trees. It was like that. I was in it, so I couldn't really see what it was, and I felt different in it. It was yesterday looking back over it all. That's when I truly appreciated it. What happened over the weekend is a story, and I have to begin that story by saying thank you. Thank you so much to everybody who made the effort, and everybody who couldn't get there but wanted to, and everybody who was there in spirit and thinking about us and kind of just following the story as I'm telling it online, I guess. I experienced being overwhelmed at its greatest, and it was difficult to deal with and process and express. I didn't want to come away with anything but good stories and meeting new people. I didn't expect to make such good friends over such a short period of time. So when I first arranged this meetup, about a minute after arranging it and announcing it online, I was like, what have I done? What am I doing? It was a very difficult thing. Instant regret, like arranging something like this. For a few quite personal reasons, like I find myself, I'm quite socially awkward, and that's kind of an easy thing to cover up when you play a character or when you're a performer. It's easy to cover it up and hide it, and that's what I do basically through life. In busy environments, I'll cover up. I'm very anxious in those environments, and I guess like the biggest thing is being myself, and I guess that was the point. So I'm trying to follow this idea that you should do something every day that scares you, and that is so difficult to do because it's in your nature, it's innate, it's in your instinct to avoid things like that, to stay away from things that are gonna scare, terrify or hurt you. So saying it's one thing, I want to do something every day that scares me, doing it's a different thing. And also now that I'm doing it, I'm finding that I'm running out of things to do that scare me because I'm doing it so much. But this was the big one, and I really didn't want to do it right up until the very day I didn't want to do it, all because of that kind of fear. And it wasn't like a specific fear, like I was scared of this or scared of that. It was more about putting myself in a very uncomfortable position. And obviously we do these things to kind of combat them and to confront them, and that's what I guess it was for me, especially now that I'm trying to shed the character. I'm trying to just be myself, and I try to give this same message in most of the videos I make. We're all dealing with stuff. We're all kind of going through stuff, and it's easy to put a front on, wear a mask, be a character, and hide all that. Vulnerability is, that's something you shouldn't cover up. When you feel vulnerable, you can learn a lot from it. You can take a lot from it spiritually. Over a little bit of time before the meetup or the lead up to the meetup, that became such an interesting thing to me, and it became an ongoing discussion and a conversation with a whole bunch of different people. The idea of confronting these feelings. And so the meetup was, selfishly for me, it was very, very kind of healing. But it was specifically about meeting like-minded people and like-minded people meeting each other. It wasn't just about me. We were all led to the same room together. Something brought us all there, and I think a powerful drive behind that was the idea of like exposing yourself. And that's what I'm trying to do in all these videos, is just to expose like the real me. We all have so much in common, and that took over everything else. I think the confrontation of it and being there together and talking about these things, it was strange to allow this meetup to kind of take its own course and become its own thing without me trying to manipulate it for a very specific reason. And that's kind of what I did as soon as I announced it, was just let it become a thing rather than saying, meet me at this time, I'll show you these tricks, I'll do a talk about this. There was none of that. It was just come along and we'll hang out, and it turned out to be an amazing event. So we make our way downstairs, and I'd already seen the crowd downstairs, and I was so nervous. The responsibility of it, seeing a crowd as big as it was, I was genuinely only expecting like maybe 10 people at the most to turn up. So when I said that, I was overwhelmed. Like, when you experience that, you don't say the word because you're in it. I really was like taken back. When I went down there and I just started talking to people, everybody was just so lovely and nice, and you guys made me feel really comfortable, and I didn't expect that. I didn't really expect much, but I didn't expect to feel at home, if that's not too cheesy. But I guess when you're in the company of like-minded people, and you know, you all think similar, and your lives are all kind of similar, mentally, spiritually, you don't even have to say it, you can just feel it. It was such a warm room. It was such a strange, in the best possible way, a strange feeling. When Miles and I were talking about what I wanted to bring back from the event, we planned for Miles to film me having just real conversations with real people, just filming that, capturing that kind of connection and that like pure communication where it's not forced and I'm not there lecturing or doing a talk, but being just a person, I guess. I realized in those moments that these are such personal moments and personal experiences between me and that person, or me and those people, that it's kind of not disrespectful, but it just didn't feel right taking advantage of that real moment for the sake of content, I guess. So I started questioning, why am I even filming this? Like, for me this is a real thing, and I'm trying to make a real thing for real people, and genuine connections, new friendships, and a new shared experience. So the camera being there, although I'm so happy that it was all filmed, because the memory is so good, it's a way of kind of keeping that memory and being able to watch back on it. I guess that's kind of why I decided this video would be like this. I still don't know what's going on with this video. I'm just leaving the camera rolling and I'm trying to tell the story, but I certainly changed my mind instantly about sharing the experience directly. Some of the amazing conversations and connections I had, some of them, all of them, they were too personal and too kind of pure, I guess, to share digitally and on film. I can't quite put it into words, but I know that you know what I mean. I'm making content and I'm sharing my life with you, and I found a part of it that's very difficult to share because it seems disingenuous. Is that the right word? It doesn't seem right capturing something that real on film, and it kind of interrupts the moment, and I didn't want to give the impression to the people that I were having connections with that I was just doing it for content or just doing it for something that I can you know, put on my YouTube, which is not the point. And I know I'm thinking too much about it and too deep, and just shut the F swear word up, Madison, and just show us the video. But that's me, I guess. And the people who I had those conversations with, you'll understand too, I think. I hope you do. So it's good to have the footage and see it, but the stories, I think they should stay between you and me as it happened personally, if you were there. When the day came to an end, there were a few people who stayed behind with us. The people who travelled the furthest, and a few members of this, thank you, a few members of the Sly Club. Once the event ended, a group of us stayed together, and I took that group to see Epic Beard Men, Sage Francis and B Dolan at the Brudenell Social Club in Leeds.
I was a rider on the firestorm. That wasn't even my final form. Life goes on, so do we. So I'd like to thank y'all for sharing this with me. But you can't kill me, motherfucker. You can't kill me, motherfucker. You may try, but you will die. You can't kill me, motherfucker.
Now, some people watching, they might know how important Sage is to my life, and I know that he knows because I tell him almost every time we talk. So I'm gonna make a video about Sage, how much of a positive impact, not just how much of a positive impact he's had on my life, but the fact that he changed my life without really knowing it. I guess you could say he's the biggest reason why I'm still here. So it was good to share that with a small group of people who are now like some of the most important people in my life. So it ended in the best way possible. So to Sage and B Dolan too, obviously we had a great talk. You guys, thank you. To everybody who came along and was there for me, thank you. To everybody who's going to be at the next meetup, I can't wait to make new friends and new connections and reconnect with the people who made it the first time. I'm so excited for the future because of people like you. I wouldn't be here. I really wouldn't. Thank you so much. I am Daniel Madison. I'll be back very soon.